In my kitchen, and I'm thinking about all kinds of things today, and mostly about what makes people happy in life. And I think it's a question philosophers have been asking for years, and I'm certainly not going to be able to give you the essence of that in a short video. My name is John. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video. And I'm going to concentrate on human behavior, human response, connection with self, connection with others, and doing the next right thing in life. A long time ago, somebody said to me, if your starting question is, are you doing the most loving thing you can for yourself right now, you will come up with the answer for what to do. And I never forgot that. And sometimes it feels like a curse. But overall, I think it's a good way to live life. The do unto others as you would do unto you, the love of God and love of neighbor, it all seems to be part of that question. Because everything you do in life comes back to you, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. But how you treat others and the quality and care with which you love others is at the essence of your core. And in my opinion, if you're mistreating others, you're mistreating yourself. And when you mistreat yourself, you disconnect from everybody. Little by little, you lose a sense of who you are, and you really negate anything good that can come into your life. If you have a basis, a foundation, a moral compass of what's good and what's not so good. So I want to talk about 4 things that I try to use on a daily basis. The point of the first one really is to get centered. And that is, when I wake up in the morning, I have a dog. She's around here somewhere. She requires a scratching and a welcome into the world type thing in the morning. And I do that. And when I get up and I let her out, I put the coffee on and I try to sit and I don't go near the remote, and I just try to get quiet with my breath. And in doing so, I breathe in, and I try to breathe in a sense of gratitude for the day and a sense of focus and intention for the day. Sometimes that's clearer than others. But I have to say that the discipline of doing it in and of itself yields great results. So sometimes I'll do that for, on a good day, 15 minutes, on a bad day, at least 5. The second thing I do is I go to my journal, which I have devised a system, which I will do another video on another day, where it's very simple and I look at my goals and what I want to do, not just for that day, but what I want to do for myself as I grow as a human being and what I want to offer to the world. And I write those things down. Included in that is the second part I want to talk to you about, and that is a gratitude list. I begin every day with a gratitude list. And sometimes that's hard. Sometimes that's really hard. But there's not one single day that I can't come up with something that says, you know what? You have it a lot better than a lot of other people in this world, and you have been blessed. And it always goes back to the same thing for me, and that is relationships. Even when I think about my life in general, I wasn't raised with a lot of money, and I wasn't raised with a lot of stuff, but I was raised with a lot of love and a lot of connection and a lot of unconditional experience, that no matter what I did, I knew that they would be there for me. And that really is foundational, I think, for raising a kid today, because it's so hard. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent with that, but the gratitude list grounds you. It literally makes you stop and think about the many gifts you have in your life. If you came from a point of meditation where your intentionality becomes, I want to be a better person today, it's rooted in that being a better person, then it's easy to come up with a gratitude list. Sometimes the gratitude list is, you know what, it's not raining today. Or you know what, I have $5 in my pocket. Or you know what, I have an opportunity to help another person today. It can be as simple as that. But I try to come up with at least 5 things, and I would really suggest 10. So that's the second thing. The third thing is I slowly move through my day with a short exercise of stretching. I used to think this was so crazy, and I feel foolish doing it in front of you, so I'm not going to, but I stretch and I stand in front of a mirror, and I have some neck issues anyway, so it's good. And I do some yoga poses, and I do this for 10 minutes. And my dog Olive, you know, there she is right there. See her, she's eating her supper. Say hi, everybody, Olive. There you go. Often interrupts me, but I continue. And so I do those stretching exercises, and they've been helpful too to get the blood flowing. And that's number 3. And I think you can come up with your own little exercise thing. If you have problems with your joints, movement is very important. And you don't have to go out and run first thing in the morning. You can just get the blood flowing. Fourth thing that I do is I jump in the shower and I get dressed and I address the day as what's before me and as gift. And I try to do what my meditation has invited me to do, and the intentionality piece being the best person I can possibly be. And I always try to go back to that question, is this the most loving thing I can do for myself? So if I'm going to ask that question with everything, then I'm going to do the right thing all the time, right? Well, that doesn't always work. So that brings me to the next step, the last step, is I try to be vigilant about how I treat other people. And I think the most difficult thing for all of us, but yet the most essential thing for all of us, is relationships. And so when I wrong someone, when I hurt someone, when I say something I shouldn't say, which I often do, I try to clean it up as quickly as possible. And that's not weakness. That's, I think, real strength. And I've learned that. And I'm really on top of that. Because the second part of that, the whole caveat to the most loving thing is, if I don't get that out of my life, I'm carrying it around for the rest of the day. Because I have a conscience that says, you know you mistreated this person, you hurt them. And even if you were right, you handled it improperly, you need to go back and clean it up. And so I try to do that. Do I do it right all the time? No. But I have to tell you, when I don't, it affects me. It affects how I eat. It affects how I treat the next person. It affects how I sleep. It affects how I move through the day. I think, to use a religious, spiritual term, conversion, a metanoia, takes place when a person really focuses on the self and what affects it, and how that happens in the way we treat others. That's my experience. And so these things, they're the minimal things that I try to do every day. And I also, try to exercise and do all that stuff and connect with other people and try to help someone every single day. And I think for the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the end of the day, because I think when we lay our heads on our pillow at the end of the day. We never know whether that's it. And if we don't end our day in a positive way with positive messages in our heads, that's a shame. Life's a gift. We're put here for a reason. We all have a role. And I think if we develop our own sense of how to get through the day with intentionality, things could go a little bit nicer, easier, kinder in our world, which, I don't know, sometimes lately it's tough. So they're just my things and my suggestions. They've been known for years and years and years to work. You know, different religions have used them throughout the years and different spiritualities. But I think in sharing them, it reinforces to me the need to continue to do them. And as my first video, I just wanted to explain where I'm coming from in this life and how I want to evolve as a human being to be the best person I can be, not the best person in the sense of, oh, let's put them on the cover of a magazine, but on making an impact on this world to be kinder, gentler, and better. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe, please. If you liked it, click like. If you didn't like it, give me a comment. If you have questions, tell me. If you want to let me know what you do in the morning that helps, other people will read those, and perhaps we can all make some changes in our lives. As we move forward, we remember that, you know, we're all works in progress. Nothing's perfect. So thanks for listening to me today, and thanks for tuning into this channel. I hope you all have a great day.